Maple Grove's going to have it.
Right out in front, they score! Welcome to Sports Jam for the week of January 12th. I'm John Jacobson.
I'm Jay Wilcox. This week on the show, a top 10 matchup of local teams in girls hockey. And we'll meet a sister act for the Park Center girls basketball team in our Sports Jam Spotlight.
And we'll hear from the top-ranked Hopkins girls basketball team. And we'll get started with the Lake Conference opener for the Royals. They're ranked number 1 in Class 4A and showed why as they faced 10th-ranked Edina. Lindbergh Center always a tough place for opponents to win. The Royals work the ball around to Nia Hollie. She knocks down an 18-footer for an early 9-4 Hopkins lead. And the Royals go on a run from there. Evelyn Knox with a 3 from the top of the key makes it 18-4. Edina trying to keep it close. Jill Morton passes ahead to Annika Jank for the layup. Pull the Hornets within 13. That's as close as Edina gets. Hollie draws a defense. Then dumps the pass to Liz Bolver for the basket and foul. Hopkins leads by 18 at halftime. Second half, Hollie with the nice behind-the-back dribble, dishes to Ashley Bates for the layup. The Royals turn this game into a rout. Knox hits another 3. She's one of 4 players to score at least 9 points for Hopkins. They win big, 67-30. We'll hear from the Royals later in the show.
The Maple Grove girls basketball team had just 1 loss coming into last week. After beating rival Osseo, the Crimson ran into a couple of tough opponents. They lost a conference game at Centennial on Thursday, then traveled to Minnetonka Friday to face the second-ranked Skippers. First half, good defense by the Skippers as Courtney Frederickson steals the ball and goes the other way for a layup on her way to a 13-point night. Maple Grove is down 8 early until Mackenzie Barta finds Mary Eckberg in the corner for a 3. The Crimson keep bringing it from deep. Emily Dean gets it to Grace Jensen, and she hits a 3, getting Maple Grove to within 4. Frederickson comes back for Minnetonka. Look at the spin move to the basket for the layup here. Minnetonka goes into halftime with a 25-17 lead. In the second half, the Skippers' defense really clamps down. Frederickson again strips the ball. She makes a great pass to Hannah Hedstrom for the layup. Minnetonka leads from start to finish as they top the Crimson 52-40.
In boys swimming, last season's Class A runner-up, Breck Blake, took on a good Class AA team on Friday, Edina. Art Downey in his 59th year as head coach at Edina. It's a tough night for his team, though. 100 freestyle, Breck Blake's Nick Van Oppen wins in a time of 50.39 seconds. Breck Blake sophomore Will Grassel is a very good meet. Here he clocks 5 minutes, 0.58 seconds, easily winning the 500. 100 backstroke is a tight race. Chris Walker wins it for Breck Blake. In the 100 breaststroke, Breck Blake's Humphrey Pruitt is the winner in 1 minute, 1.23 seconds. And in the 400 free relay, it's Grassel anchoring Breck Blake to victory. His team wins big, 130-56 is the final score. In girls hockey, Maple Grove continues to play well. The number 2 ranked Crimson looked for a little payback against the team that eliminated them in the Section 6 AA tournament last winter, and they hosted number 7 Wayzata. First period, Crimson goalie Brianna Bletchy comes up with a huge save, point blank on Wayzata's Natalie Heising. It's 2-0 Crimson after 1. Same score in the third period. The Trojans almost get on the board here, but Ashley Wiedelet's goal is disallowed. The net came off just before the puck went in. At the other end of the ice, Wayzata goalie Sarah Stelter comes up big. First a poke check off the stick of Claire McLean, and then a glove slave on the shot by Tippy Hill, and it's still 2-0. But the Crimson do not one more. Lauren Kaufman with a high shot that saved, and then Taylor Wente skates in for the loose puck and scores. 3-0 Maple Grove. Blessy saves 31 shots in the night. Wente gets the hat trick, and the Crimson wins 3-0.
My defense is a lot of the credit for the shutouts like I've been getting lately, because a lot of them, they save me. I mean, we kind of like switch off. I save them, they save me. It's like a good relationship we've got, so yeah.
Well, two of the best girls hockey programs in the state over the past several years faced off Saturday as defending state Class A champion Blake faced 2014 AA runner-up Benilde St Margarets. Senior night for the Red Knights, but not such a great night for the home team. Watch Blake's number 22, Carly Bullock, as she weaves through the defense and scores to get the Bears on the board in the first period. They lead 1-0 after one. Blake goalie Anna Krusel makes two big stops here on Crystal Sorum and Zandy Swedberg, preserving the shutout for the Bears. Late second period, Blake on a power play. And Carly Lund scores on a rebound. This one puts the Bears ahead 2-0 through two periods. And they salt the game away in the third, as Phoebe Warner will pass to Bullock, and she scores on a breakaway. Blake is now 16-1 this season. They blank Benilde St Margarets 3-0. And a note from gymnastics, John, Maple Grove placed fourth at the Clemenson Invitational in Princeton with a score of 135.8.
And Wayzata scored 137.85 at Lakeville, placing them seventh in a tough field. Both season high scores for Maple Grove and Wayzata. Next up on Sports Jam, boys basketball, hockey, and wrestling highlights. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Sports Jam, and time to talk boys basketball.
We really have a lot of good teams in the area, including some beyond the big guys like Champlin Park and Maple Grove. That includes Breck, and they hosted St. Paul Academy Friday. SPA is red hot to start this one. Delonte Payton nails a three-pointer for a quick 17-4 Spartans lead. Breck battles back. Henry Cousineau drives a baseline and kicks it out to Will Culleton for three. That's a familiar sight in this game. SPA pushes their lead back to double figures. Abdul Salam Osman faces up, makes a nice spin move and scores for a 33-23 lead. It's 35-30 SPA at halftime. Second half, Payton attacks, driving all the way for two of its 21 points. The Spartans lead by 4. Breck surges ahead here. Molawal to Justin Bergerson to Culleton for the short jumper, and a 45-44 Breck lead. St. Paul Academy has an answer. Ken Hansen anticipates the pass, gets the steal. He dunks it home on the way to a 23-point night. But Breck storms back behind clutch shooting. Culleton is right on from the top of the key. He scores 37 in the game, and Breck goes up by 4. Wall adds 21, including a 3 from the corner, as Breck wins 71-66 to move to 11-3. Maple Grove's boys basketball team came into play Thursday night with just one loss in the season. That was to Apple Valley in the Granite City Classic. The Crimson looked to stay unbeaten in conference play when they face the league's leading scorer in Centennial's Tyler Peterson. First half, Connor Lund gets the basket and the foul for the Cougars. Bryce Johnson is left open. He hits a three-pointer, and Centennial jumps out to an 18-7 lead. Then Peterson drops a jumper over 6'9" Reed Nico, and Centennial controls the game. Nick Schroeder's team rallies. Brad Davison kicks to Mitchell Regstead for a three-pointer late in the half. Crimson is down 34-27 at the break. Cougars on the run in the second half. Alexander Fakin to Lund for 2. Then Peterson passes over the double team to Fakin for the hoop and foul. Maple Grove never gets closer than 10 points, and Centennial hands to Crimson its first conference loss of the season. Park Center boys were at home to face Andover. Park Center gets off to a good start. Lawrence Agunte finds Sirius Washington for the layup, and it's 12-5 Pirates. The ball movement for the Pirates leads to a strong baseline drive by Kahari Broadway for the hoop, and Park Center leads by 4. Andover's trap pays off. Jake McNollan with a steal. And behind the back pass, Tyler Goltz misses, but McNollan gets the putback, and the Huskies go in front. Park Center takes the lead back. Avery Matthews to Broadway on the baseline for 2 of his 10 points. The Pirates are down 2 at halftime. Second half, Andover widens the lead. Zach Swanson backs into the lane and hits McNollan for a 3. He scores 19, and it's 38-31 Huskies. Park Center trying to keep it close. Broadway goes all the way to the hoop for the layup to pull them within 6. But Andover pulls away, and they beat the Pirates 68-55. At the Timberwolves shootout Saturday at Target Center, top-ranked Champlin Park didn't have an easy one, but the Rebels pull out a 75-71 win over Rice Lake, Wisconsin. J.T. Gibson had 24 points and Jeremy Johnson 20 for the Rebels. Henry Ellenson, brother of former Gopher basketball player Wally, had 39 for Rice Lake. All four Minnesota teams won against teams from Iowa, Illinois, Wisconsin, and Nebraska.
Now to boys hockey, both Osseo and Armstrong Cooper have been playing pretty well of late. The Orioles had won 3 straight and the Wings 4 straight coming into their matchup at New Hope Ice Arena. Osseo gets on the board early. John Rapanek shoots it, and when Armstrong Cooper is a little slow to clear the rebound, Max Johnson gets to the loose puck and knocks it in. It's a start of a good night for the Osseo sophomore. The Wings answer as Trey Rooney circles out high on the power play and then finds Corey Gilbert on the far post for the tap in. It's a 1-1 game through one period. Second period, and Gilbert's backhand pass will find Thomas Barber, who flips it in from close range. And the Wings go up 2-1. Less than a minute later, the bank pass finds Johnson. He's stopped by Keegan Odell, but Rapanek puts the rebound in. The game's tied up at 2-2. Armstrong Cooper takes the turn next. Rooney loses the puck, but then gets it back and finds Kyle Sweeney in the slot for the goal. The Wings are back in front 3-2. Later in the second, Johnson's shot hits Odell. Ben Christofferson misses the net from out front, but Johnson gets there first and tucks it away before Odell can scramble back into the net, and it's 3-3. On to the third period. Scott Bartholomew steals the clearing attempt, and his shot goes in off a defenseman for the game winner. Johnson adds an empty netter, and Osseo wins it 5-3. In prep wrestling, District 279 rivals Osseo and Park Center went head-to-head on the Orioles' home mat. Park Center takes the first 2 matches, including a pin in just 23 seconds by 8th grader Gunnar Nelson over Connor Wayne in the 113-pound match. The Pirates take a 9-0 lead, but the tide turns after that. At 1:26, Park Center's Nick Mazzacella has a late lead and has a cradle locked on, but he gets in a bad position, and Ethan Cazada pins Mazzacella in the final seconds. In the best matchup at 1:32, Mitchell Lewison uses the chin drop to take Park Center's Melvin Wilson to his back. Wilson, one of the Pirates' best wrestlers, tries to battle out of it, but sophomore Lewison gets a big pin, and the Orioles take an 18-9 lead. At 1:45, Furhan Abdisa of Osseo trails most of the way, but he grabs the ankle and gets the takedown on the way to edging Isaac Mansfield 8-7 as the Osseo string of wins continues. Osseo's Carson Brolsma is ranked number 1 in the state at 152. He wrestles at 160 in this one and gets a fall. Osseo cruises to a 54-17 win.
We ended up putting points up on the board, and we ended up wrestling the full 6 minutes, not stopping, because that's what we've been working on all week since a couple of our doom meets have been kind of iffy with those, but really pushed the pace and we really wrestle hard, which is what why me and Mitch are pretty proud of the team tonight.
Not a lot of wins this year, Jay, for either team, but for Osseo, down a little bit. But how good is Carson Brolsman? Fun to watch.
Yeah, he's got a great chance to win a state championship. And that match, the final team score doesn't look that close, but there were definitely some good ones along the way, too. Next up in our Sports Jam Spotlight, meet 2 sisters who have had plenty of success in basketball and more at Park Center. Park Center's girls basketball team made the most of its first trip to the state tournament last season, winning the Class 3A championship. They're another strong contender this season. In this week's Sports Jam Spotlight, we meet 2 key members of the Pirates, the Schaub sisters. They are double trouble for Park Center opponents. Senior guard Hannah Schaub, number 21, and her little sister, sophomore Danielle, number 5, are having a blast playing together.
Hannah Schaub to Danielle Schaub, layup good.
Like at home, we talk about the game sometime. We talk about like practices, and we always have like a connection now. I feel like we got closer through this sport, so I'm happy about it.
We go up to Lifetime a lot together. We work each other out. On the court, we pass each other. Like we know where each other are, so we help each other out a lot.
Last season was the first together for Hannah and Danielle as varsity basketball players. It was a dream season with an interesting twist, no pun intended. A late season knee injury kept Hannah out of Park Center's run to the state Class 3A title. For replacement in the starting lineup, then freshman Danielle, who hit a game-tying buzzer beater to keep the Pirates alive in the state final, a game they won in 3 overtimes over Marshall. It was fun but hard for Hannah to miss out.
It was really exciting and tough, like seeing her have to watch me step in for her, but she was really supportive and I was supportive of her, so it worked out really well.
I was obviously sad, but seeing Danielle step up and like rise to the occasion and winning that one or making that one shot, it's unbelievable. She's good.
Between Hannah and Danielle and older sister Nicole, the Schaubs have played big roles in 3 recent success stories for Park Center. The Pirates won back-to-back state softball titles in 2010 and 2011. Nicole was on both champs and Hannah the second. This past fall, while Hannah was out with a knee injury, Danielle helped the Pirates reach their first state girls soccer tournament. They are close now, but with a 2-year age difference, there was a time when Hannah wasn't always so eager to have Danielle hang out with her friends.
She would like not let me, and then I was like, come on, just let me hang out with you. But then, so we hang out a lot now, so.
We kind of intertwine with her friends and my friends, and like I'll go somewhere and she'll tag along. I'll drive her somewhere and end up like hanging out with them, so we're close. We're actually really close. I've known the Schaubs for my whole life. They were my best friends growing up. They're amazing girls. They're best friends and sisters. They get along so well on and off the court, and you can tell when they play. It's just everything's so smooth, and they're just really, really great girls.
This season, the Schaubs are both having good seasons as the Pirates have started out strong.
Hannah is a tremendous ball handler, very unselfish player, has amazing court vision, and obviously a Division I level player. And so to have her, and with all her experience, and to be a senior now and to lead her the way she is, that's a huge benefit for us. Danielle has just an interesting dynamic to her. It's a little bit different, but she's explosive, she can score. She's more, she'll take it to the rim and look to call her own numbers, so it's a good complement to Hannah.
While they do have some of the same skills, their differences in style and age have made Hannah and Danielle better.
I think I have helped her game a lot by my size, because I'm her sister, so obviously I'm gonna go harder against her and kind of beat on her. And I'll admit it, she's faster than me, and so she can like run, and I have to like chase her. And she's small, and so I don't really play against that. So we helped each other in like different ways.
I always like went to her traveling practices and helped them out. So I mean, practicing with older kids really makes you a lot better. So it helped me a lot.
The future is bright this season and beyond for Park Center girls basketball. Danielle's part of a super talented sophomore class.
I think all of us sophomores, since we've always just played together, I mean, gives us a lot of chemistry, and chemistry really helps a lot when you're on the court. But yeah, we've heard that a lot, that we don't play like sophomores, so that's a good thing.
And the 2014-2015 team hasn't been perfect against a beefed-up schedule, but they'll be in the hunt for another title.
We obviously had some losses that we wish we could have won, done some things differently to try to change the outcome. But we're still happy about how we've been playing. We obviously have a lot to work on, and we want to still keep rising.
Hannah and Danielle are 2 of the 4 players averaging in double figures for the Pirates in points. Valparaiso signee Hannah leads the team in assists. The Pirates enter the week with a 9-3 record. John talks with the Hopkins girls basketball team when we return.
As you saw earlier in the show, the Hopkins girls basketball team defeated Edina. They are now 12-1 on the season, #1 team in the state in Class 4, and they join us this week on Sports Jam. Let's start with Nia Hollie. And Nia, first of all, talk about this first conference game against Edina and getting the win. Tell me about your team's play.
It was really exciting. We practiced all week really, really well, starting from winter break, and it carried on to the ECU game. And for it to be the first conference game for us to play well, it's a really good start.
How much did it help having those extra practices since your last game before this on December 31st?
It helped a lot. We did a lot of running, so I guess we're a lot more in shape. I think we're a lot poised on offense, and our intensity on defense was really awesome tonight.
Eden Prairie is next up next Friday. What do you expect from them?
Anything that they throw at us, I think we're going to be ready. We have some really good people, really good coaches, and we're just going to be in the gym preparing.
Congratulations on this win. Good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
TT Starks, tell me about your team's play overall this season, how you feel your team has come together.
I think our team has really grown from the first game. We've been taking each practice day by day, getting better, taking good shots in the game. We're practicing shots in practice, and I think we're just practicing hard, and then it carries over to the game.
That early season loss that you had against Eastview, how much did that help, or what did you take out of that game that has helped you since then?
I think we look at it as a motivation because I think as a team we really wanted that win, but now we don't want that feeling again, and I think we do anything and everything we can to not have that feeling.
The goal for every Hopkins girls basketball team is to at least reach the state, and I know you didn't reach that last year. How much have you girls thought about that since last March?
Oh, it's been on my mind every day, so I'm sure it's the same for everybody else on the team too.
What kind of things do you need to improve on to get to be a state tournament team?
I think we need to keep working on our defense. I think we need to keep shooting in practice, being shot ready when we get the ball, finishing around the rim, using our teammates, playing our role, and I think we'll be just fine.
Good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Coach Brian Cosgriff, relatively easy, at least on the scoreboard, win against a quality opponent in Edina. How proud are you of your team and the way they played tonight?
Yeah, I think TT hit it on the head. It's a great win, and we'll take it. But we still got to get up tomorrow and go to practice and try to keep improving 1% every day.
You got the win against Eastview in the tournament. How much did that help your girls, having lost to that team earlier in the season, come back and beat them?
We kind of talked about that all summer long and all year long in terms of, we had a good record last year, and I think you hit the nail on the head from the standpoint we didn't make it to the tournament. And our goal is to get there every year. And we had a fine year in terms of wins and losses. But what we want to try to do each and every day is try to get better. And we feel like, we got better from the first time that we played them. So that's the important thing, is we want to go out and try to get better every day.
This coming Friday night, you play another one of those conference teams and section teams, Eden Prairie. What do you expect from Coach Chris Carr's team?
Well, they're very well coached. They play extremely hard. He's got a bunch of pit bulls over there. Emma Boehm is like the real deal. And it's a rivalry game. It just is. And they beat us last year. So, our focus is going to be try to every possession play as hard as we possibly can on defense and be fundamental offensively. And we feel like if we do that, let the chips fall where they may at that point.
Coach, thanks for your time. Good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Hopkins girls basketball team, again, the #1 team in the state in Class 4A, and will return to Lake Conference play Friday night when they take on Eden Prairie. We'll be back and wrap up Sports Jam after this timeout. First, our plays of the week.
Down there, and he finds Gilbert, and just a beautiful pass there.
Check out Channel 12's new mobile app, now available for Apple, Android, and Windows devices. Go to 12.tv for more information. Take an icy plunge to support Special Olympics at Fish Lake Regional Park on Saturday, February 7th. Get full details at 12.tv under the In the Community tab.
Our game of the week is the annual Robbinsdale Rumble wrestling match between Armstrong and Cooper. The match is once again at a neutral site at Robbinsdale Middle School, the old high school. Watch it live Friday night at 7 on Channel 12 and 12.tv, or catch the replays Saturday at 7 and 10 p.m. and Sunday morning at 7. And that does it for this week's Sports Jam.
We're off next week for Martin Luther King Day on Monday. We'll be back next Tuesday with Sports Jam. See you then.